On February 10th, we join our Benedictine sisters and nuns in celebrating the feast of St. Scholastica, the sister of St. Benedict. So, happy feast of St. Scholastica. Scholastica was St. Benedict's sister. We know of her through the life of St. Benedict, which is attributed to Pope Gregory the Great. And there's one particular story of St. Scholastica in there that I'd like to share with you. She lived not far from her brother's monastery at Monte Cassino. And it tells us they used to get together once a year at a house on the monastery's property outside the monastery to simply meet together and talk about spiritual things. On this one occasion, St. Scholastica had a premonition that her death was near. And she asked her brother that night, "Please stay and let us continue to talk about the things of heaven." Well, St. Benedict, according to his rule, it's not good for monks to be wandering around outside the monastery at night, so he categorically refused. And the text tells us that then St. Scholastica lowered her head and prayed, and when she lifted up her head at that very moment, there was such an outbreak of lightning, thunder, and rain that St. Benedict could not go back to his monastery. And those of us who have sisters, or those of you who have brothers, can imagine how she said to him, "Well now, brother, go back to your old monastery if you can and leave me here alone." But it tells us that they stayed through the night talking about the joys of heaven. And then the next morning, St. Benedict was able to return. And a few days later, he had a vision of her soul going up to heaven in the form of a dove. So the statues of St. Scholastica often have a dove there from that story. But it's a beautiful story. It's nice to think about those of us who have brothers and sisters, how we sometimes get along or don't. But there's the moral of the story in St. Gregory, and it's a dialogue form, and Gregory is asked by the deacon Peter, who's speaking with him, how was it that this woman prevailed over the great St. Benedict? And he said, "Do we not read in Scripture that God is love?" And it was clear that her love was greater, and so she prevailed. And that's the value of that life of St. Benedict. It presents Benedict as the icon of a man of God, but it also, through his learning from his sister Scholastica, being reminded, as we all need to be reminded, that the ultimate goal of our Christian life, whether it's monastic form of Christian life or some other, is the perfection of love. Jesus told his disciples by this, "Everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." So as we give thanks to God and celebrate the life of the beautiful woman St. Scholastica, St. Benedict's sister, let us remember and give thanks to her for her teaching us that whatever form of Christian life we follow, the goal is the same, the perfection of love, which of course is the life of God himself. So happy feast of St. Scholastica.